In this video, I'm going to be showing you boys my 7-1 playmaking stretch 5, pretty much streaking on the twos. Now, I don't really play a lot of twos. I think on this day, we were just waiting for our teammates. We wanted to give it a go. I think this was like one of the first couple of days when the game first came out. Now, me and Tage, we predominantly play 5v5, right? But it doesn't mean we can't play twos, right? Now, again, with the shooting this year, I was a bit more confident. The reason why I don't like playing twos in general is just how unforgiving twos can be. Like, as soon as you miss a shot on the twos, that is it. You literally lose games. But also, I wanted to showcase you guys the playmaking aspect of this build. I think when I kind of uploaded the video, like I mentioned, there was a lot more clips I wasn't showing you guys. And so this is pretty much like a 1v1. And you guys will see the 70 ball handle. Now, I'm not really like a dribble head. Okay, I'm going to admit that right now. But the 70 ball handle does help. Okay, I can move around the court. Again, the build can fade. As you guys can see, even on the twos, it's such a risky shot to take. Because if you, like I said, if you miss the shot, you are pretty much cooked. But once again, the reason why I kind of talked about this in my other video, the 7-1s move very quick. Like, a lot of people are surprised. The way you move on a 7-1, it's very surprising to me. You move so much quicker. I've tried to use a 7-4. Don't get me wrong, the 7-4s are good, but they do not move the same way like the 7-1. And again, you're playing the twos. This build I'm using, as you guys can see, I'm kind of showing you guys streak number 5, so I didn't show you guys from the beginning. We played different kind of players on the streak as well. We took out the Park MVP the first game. The first game we played, we took out the Park MVP. They just kind of left it. And then from then on, as you go on the streak, you play different kinds of players. You play really good players. You play some really bummy players. It just happens that way. But yeah, this was really fun. This is a really fun Park build. Now, for me personally, if I want to go on like 100 win streak or something like that, which I would never attempt. But if you guys want me to try it, you gotta let me know. But I don't think I'll ever do it. If I want to go on like 100 Park attempts or something like that, I would definitely make a smaller build, like a 6'7", I don't know, 6'7", 6'8" type of center build, or like a small forward. So that way, when we play different players, because one of the guys, and you guys will see later on in the video, the guys we end up losing to, they're running too smaller type of lineup, and you're gonna run into that every single time where guys are running like a bunch of 6'8", and that's pretty much was our downfall. But again, this build is really, really fun. It's really nice. Me and Tage, we don't really play Park, like I mentioned earlier. We don't really play Park a lot. But even when we play Rec, we're used to playing pick and roll, right? We're used to playing pick and roll. The only difference is we're used to getting help on the backside, right? Pause. But in these kind of games, again, you just have to be more careful. I missed that one. And I think this whole streak, I shot over 80% from 3, which was pretty nice, And again, you guys can see for me, getting into that midi, I've got 90 mid-range on this build. It's pretty much money. As soon as I get past my player, I get a bit of space to be able to fade. Just forget it, bro. And a lot of these bigs, a lot of these centers, they're way too slow. They're way too slow, and a lot of guards are too small. That's the reason why I like this build. A lot of centers are too slow to kind of keep up, and a lot of guards are too small. So when I use a Giannis snatchback a lot on this build, and you guys will see I'm spamming it throughout this whole gameplay, this whole video. I'm gonna keep spamming it. Kind of use that. I could have probably shot off that again. Spammed it right there into the dunk. We took these guys out. That's our 7th streak. Now at this point, one of my teammates, he did come online. He went into play, so we were just like, oh, let's just get to 10. Let's just get to 10, right? Well, we're so close, but and also we're having fun, right? This was really, really fun. And you guys can see my teammates was making some crazy shots. To be fair play to him. He was really going crazy in these kind of gameplays. But like, if you guys want more Park gameplay, I haven't touched Park since we came off the streak, right? I have not touched Park. But if you guys want more Park gameplay, if you guys are like, fair, we're gonna see, but I would give it a go, bro. The thing is, I don't enjoy Park as much as I enjoy 5v5. And the reason for that is my moves are very simple, right? I'm more focusing on getting buckets, right? I'm not here to dribble, dribble, dribble. You guys can see, like, just fake him, shoot the shot. Like, I'm not trying to spam dribble moves. And I'm used to playing in tight spaces. So when you play the twos, you just have so much more space to kind of do everything. Like, you need to remember, I play a lot of 5v5, and that's pretty much my bread and butter. So it's like, To play twos where you have so much space, it's just like crazy to me. You could just yeah, you literally walk around the court to get a bucket. You gotta let me know which game modes are you guys playing with the most right now. I know there's a lot of 1v1 players. If you guys want me to play 1v1 on this build, I think this is gonna be a pretty good 1v1 build, to be fair. Obviously I didn't make it, or it's not designated for 1v1, so I'm probably gonna play some really annoying. I've already seen some, I've looked at the 1v1 rankings, and a lot of them are 7-4s, and they're just pure post scorers, no passing, but low rebounding. So I didn't really make my build to play 1v1, but I think I can get away with it. But again, the shooting on this build is really nice. I like the fact that it's just so consistent. And I spam that Giannis snatchback, bro, like every single time. And yes, I don't know why the spin this year is very difficult. Me and my teammates talked about that. It's extremely difficult to get spins off of players. Maybe I need to work on that a little bit more. But even when I get matched up against a guard sometimes to spin them, and I've got like a 90 post control or 87 post control in this gameplay, it's like, bro, I can't even get a spin off these guys. So I don't know what 2K has done to the post, but again, maybe it's just something I need to get in the lab and work on. But again, this is what I'm trying to say when it comes to these streak, where you start playing these 6-4s and 6-8 combo. We got quite lucky in some of these games where they missed a shot, or we start with the ball, so we built up a huge amount of lead. Um, Again, we were just doing this. We had no intention of streaking when we are playing this, but your boy couldn't resist, right? I couldn't resist. I was feeling good. I was like, my shooting is kind of nice. My shooting is kind of nice. Again, I don't like playing twos before because I was very inconsistent with my shooting, right? Because every time I'm like, "Ugh, if I play twos and if I miss a three, that's it. The game's done." Whereas once this game's out, I realized, hey, I can shoot consistently, so I wouldn't mind playing twos, right? I wouldn't mind playing twos because I know I can shoot pretty consistently. So every time I'm wide open, your boy is hitting the shot. If you guys want the jump shot and everything else, I did drop the build video. Again, I didn't really go too deep in the build video, but I did show the animation. So if you guys want to see that, y'all can definitely check it out. But again, the fade, I am using a KD fade. If you guys are wondering, some people have asked me what fade they're using. I'm also using MPJ for my jump shot. I know a lot of centers are using Jonathan Isaac, but for me, I prefer MPJ. I like his immunity. I like the release of it. It just works better for me. But again, just showcasing the playmaking here. Look, I'm trying to spin, bro. That's like you guys saw his stats at the start, right? That's a 6'8" shooting guard, and I was struggling to, post spin him. I couldn't understand why. It was very very strange. I was trying the whole time to keep doing it, even till today. Like my teammates are just like, bro, fair stop, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna keep going for it. I'm gonna keep going for it. But again, there we go. We finally got one. Okay, after like 100 attempts, we finally got one. But you guys can definitely see this is our ninth game win streak. At this point, my team was just like, hey, let's just get to 10. Because we got someone waiting, right? It was like, let's just get to 10. And then we get this lifetime challenge. I was like, fair enough, let's get to 10. But again, just shooting lights out. We, like I mentioned earlier, we shot over 80% from three in this whole clip. And you'll see that like some of these centers are too small. This is a downside. I don't think it's viable this year. It's maybe in the park you can get away with it, but definitely not in like a 5v5. You can see I got a bit of clamps right there. But definitely not like a 5v5 to run. Our person would not run an undersized center. Okay. If you have like an undersized center, let me know how you've been getting on. I'm sure some people, they're playing well with it. But in a rec when there's a bunch of 7-4s, hi, bro, I wouldn't want to risk that, bro. But look, you guys can see, look, we can take middies, we can take threes, wherever the defense is giving me, I'm gonna take it. And again, this is what I'm trying to say. You guys can see where my normal style comes into play. Your boy is not a park player. Okay, I come out here, I just want to get a bucket. Whereas some of you guys are gonna have some fun. You guys want to dribble a little bit. You guys want to showcase, do some steezo spins into the three. Nah, bro, just give me the ball and we get it done. Now, the game we ended up losing, those guys spun the block 3 times, right? They spun the block, and I'm not mad. We end up getting like those 5K VC on the line, those double rep or something like that. So I was not mad the fact that they kept coming back, and that's the positive thing about the park this year as well. There's a lot of incentive for players to actually play the game, right? No one's gonna be running, even if you're not that good at the game and you look to a core and there's a potential for you to win, ours wasn't that crazy. It was 5,000 VC, but for one game to win 5,000 VC, bro, that's like 5 rec games. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely worth trying. And the more, the guys keep streaking, the more the VC goes up. So definitely, again, there's a lot of W stuff from 2K this year. I know people are still complaining about the contest, but like I've mentioned in all my videos, overall, I'm really liking the game. I enjoy the game. I like all the incentives being put into it. We're fading right here. Um, and yeah, so there's no zero complaints from myself. But also, again, when it comes to the build I'm using right now for the park, this is probably fine. I don't think you need anything crazy, but I talked about it in the build video. Some of the things I personally would change. Those changes probably won't fare well in the park because you're going to be a bit slower. Do you get what I mean? So, whereas in the park, I think having that, flexibility to be able to be a bit more agile and a bit, getting a bit more crazy. And that's another thing as well. You guys can see from my teammate's style, right? He's more like a MJ Kobe-esque type of player where he takes a lot of, he prefers taking middies, fades, post game, which you don't see a lot when it comes to guards in this game. You see, guards taking fade middies, but not the post fades. You get what I mean? But this was a mismatch, bro. I got the center on me. I'm just trying to fade, bro. I told you guys that midi does not miss. But in the background, those guys queuing up, those are the guys who ended up playing a game with 3 times. And I'm going to show you guys the full clip of the second one. You guys can see the guard switched onto me. He's just too little. Okay, if you switch the guard onto me, all I have to do is just fake a drive because you're going to fall for it. Hit you with the Giannis snatch back. Get a bit of space. That's all I need on this build. Just a tiny bit of space between me and the PG. Because it's so small, you're just going to get the shot off every single time. So this is our 11th game streak now. The first game we played against these guys, I am going to show you guys because we pretty much beat them kind of easy, but then they kind of came back. And then the second game, it was a crazy comeback. Y'all definitely want to watch that gameplay. Now, in that gameplay, your boy, there's a lot of strong language, so hey, if you're gonna be upset by that, don't watch it, bro. That's what I want to say. Also, my mic, I don't know why, bro. Like my mic, I always put the mic so close to my mouth. Your boy's breathing way too heavy, so apologies in advance when you guys do watch that. But you guys can see they came with a 6'9" and a 6'8", and I think this is probably like a very good combination for the twos anyway. For me personally, because the 6'9s are pretty agile, they're pretty quick. They can switch stuff. Look how strong that guy is. My teammate could not even move him, right? So, but that was a mismatch for me. I was underneath the paint, but the 6'8s are still pretty good. They're still pretty tall. He doesn't look. To be fair, when I was playing the game, I didn't think he was 6'8" until me, watching it back now. I realized it was 6'8", but this was our first game playing these guys, and there was nothing, crazy about it. We kind of, you guys can see the score. It wasn't like anything insane. They were playing really good. They were playing really good. I could tell like they weren't too happy about that. But again, trying to spam the spin. Even though I'm going up against a 6'8" player, that was like a very slow post spin. So I don't know what 2K is doing with the post game. Maybe I need to get my badge is on gold as well. So I have no idea. I have no idea. This is 17-0. 17-0. First game. And they end up coming, got the board. They got a couple of points. And yeah, you guys can see, like I mentioned, my teammate, he loves that post hop, post fade jump shots. And that was our 12th streak. So at this point, we got someone we needed to go to. But we were like, look, if someone's gonna beat us on this game, rather than hop off the streak, we might as well keep playing until someone beat us, right? At least someone is gonna get some, but we want it to be worth it. We're not gonna give up and just like let them win. But I'm gonna skip the second game we played with them because that was a crazy comeback. That was a crazy comeback. So you guys can see they spun a block for the third time, and fair play to them. They ended up getting a dub. So I wasn't mad. At this point we wanted to hop off anyway. So we are just like GG's to them. Got some 5K VC, which is absolutely worth it. But these guys were gonna make quick work of them. It's the consistency, right? If you're very confident in your shooting, you can definitely play the park. The problem is if you have a 7-4 and you go to the park and you lose the ball against like a 6'8" and a 6'9", bro, you are going to struggle. Like I was struggling to keep up with some of these guards when they were running ISO. My ankles were getting stunned. I was getting, yeah, it was a long game. So like imagine trying to do that on a 7-4. That was our 14th game win streak. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna let you guys watch the full gameplay. Like I said, apologies about my mic, your boy. I don't know what it is. I need to stop placing my mic right next to my mouth where I'm just breathing very heavily. But I wanted you guys to enjoy the full gameplay because it was a crazy comeback. We were dead in the water. They were up to 19. Um, and yeah, I thought the game was done. I thought the game, you guys would see the reaction. There was a couple of swear words, out there. It was just more of the frustration and the excitement throughout the whole game. But again, we're not park players. We're just chilling. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this gameplay. I believe this is the last one. Actually, no, this was the streak they ended up winning. So I'm gonna show this one just so to confirm, shout out to them. They end up taking the dub from us in this gameplay, which was pretty annoying because we wanted to get to that. I didn't even know there was another, lifetime challenge for a 15 game win streak. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have changed the result, don't, to be fair, but I'll probably would have tried it a little bit more. So this is what happened. First possession, I don't know what happened right here. Wide open, and 2K just let him miss, and then that was it. That was it. That was it, bro. They played really well. Yeah, I was tired. They were playing really good defense, and they ended up taking the dub. So GG's to them. Unfortunate guys queuing up. They couldn't get the park rewards. These guys got it. You guys can see there's no there's no love lost. Liking the gameplay and stuff. So GG's to them. But the second game, I'm gonna let you guys watch. Like I said, apologies about the mic quality and everything, but this was the crazy comeback game that we played with them. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you towards the end of the video to obviously kind of summarize the whole thing. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. If there's no one there, and you can win 5K VC, why not, fam? I always do that. Pass animation shit. Careful. Yep. Close shot. It's cooked, fam.
But the thing is, he jumped. He should
Yep.
be like, you know what I mean? Take him.
Must be tired.
Take it yourself. My stomach's cooked.
This is mine. Fucking hell.
How did I break that?
Come on, TK.
Oh my days! I almost quit the game by accident. That should have been a steal, bro. You'd be sleeping.
I'm just trying to. I won't be. If he drives past you, I won't be able to get there in time. Wow.
Fact that's open. Like, give me a little percentage. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck.
I can't reach triangle still.
What did you reach or something?
No, it's just slow.
Oh.
Damn. Fucking hell. They were pissed about the first time. Right.
Thank goodness.
Switch back as
Stop.
soon as he gets it. Ah! If we were shooting that. I
Stop.
had to go for board, fam.
Stop behind the screen, bro.
What the fuck? I have to get this one to get.
He should be losing these.
Fucking hell. They got shagged, fam. What? I thought that was a good fucking possession, Dave. Like, defense possession. That's some bullshit.
We could, unless you get back. He doesn't. I might just play super under, even though he's got this takeover, bro.
Fucking hell. To get, don't let him cock it up!
Nah. Oh, I thought you didn't get it, you know.
Go, please. Yeah, I need you to become out away from him. Thank you.
That's what I'm doing. Calm down, man.
Fucking hell.
He's probably got 35%. So how's he getting 35% of that and I'm getting nothing? Sold. I sold this game. Still. Once again, I'm just gonna play super under. He really doesn't want to take a free, but the screens are killing me, bro. It's dragging me in. It's dragging me in when I'm not. He's. I'm just gonna play super under, bro. I'll just let him take it. Come on, I'm locked up right now. I'm locked up. Okay, I'll just be aggressive, man. If it is what it is.
Fuck!
As well. That'll help. You break though.
Oh my days! Wow. This we got that DDP script right now, bro. What the heck? Free safe
I'm just
me.
going fade, bro.
Nice. Nice.
Am I bricking these, bro?
Wow, my bar went all the way down, fam.
What was the big green window then?
Yeah, and then just dropped.
I'm a fade.
Nice.
I wanted the free, bro.
Ah, go.
Brother, yeah, about to say fade, bro. This guy's
I was
trying to
trying,
spin.
bro. I don't know. I can't spin this guy, bro.
Because I tried to spin guards, bro. I don't know.
In the lane.
Some,
Screen would kill him if he touches it. Yep.
got my stomach. I'm blinking, bro. I have nothing. Nice. I'm fading.
It's alright.
Come on, man. Yeah, they're pissed.
That was a
They're
comeback.
pissed.
That
They're
was a
pissed.
comeback.
They're pissed.
That was a comeback.
They're pissed.
Bro, we went down big.
Yep.
What the heck?
Facts. They're pissed, bro. They're pissed, bro.
Oh my days. That was
They're
insane.
fucking angry. Hits up.
Bro, and the thing is, they got so many opportunities, bro. Remember,
Yeah.
bro, I was like, yeah, we got that DDP script, man.
Yep. And he's swinging back round.
Yeah, that's that. Nah,
Bruh, yeah, they're trying to get this 5K, fam.
So, and that's the thing, yeah, in games like that, because you know you're so close to beating them. You're like, nah, bro, like, we need to get it.
If you guys enjoyed the video, okay, like I said, this is a much longer video than I normally intend. Probably one of the longest video I'm going to make in a while. But if you guys like if you guys want to see more sort of full gameplay or something like that, then you'll let me know. If you guys are like, Fear, I don't ever want to hear you breathe ever again, then yes, don't worry, boys. For future games, my mic is going to be in a good placement. But anyways, I know it's a lot of time, so appreciate if you watch the whole thing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I've got more videos for you guys lined up, so I'll catch you boys in the next one.